Morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I'm coming to you at night today. So if you're going to be heading, great night. Welcome back. As you can see, I am just taking action. I don't have an opening. I don't have thumbnails yet. There's a lot of things I don't have, but I have a message on my heart. Okay, and that's what we're gonna do. So we're day two. I've got a ton of old videos. I'm gonna pause on day two, but I got a ton of old videos of me like, this is the last time, this is the last time and stuff. And I want to upload them, but I don't want to overthink this thing. Overthinking is a big one for me. I'm like, should I just focus on one? But I really think to upload all of those one day and then just put them in a folder of seeing me, kind of slurred up. Like you can, like today's only day two for me. Don't I look a lot better? I mean, granted, I got a haircut. You know what I mean? Yes, but like alcohol sucks, dude, and ladies, and it kills. That's why the name of my channel, if you look at my handle, it's at La Couture, right? That's kind of say how you say it, like La Couture. It means alcohol kills in French, you know. And my family are Haitians, so on my mother's side, so they speak Creole, broken French, and so this last night, really, last night, right? We're coming off of day one. I couldn't sleep, toss and turn, and could not get quality sleep. When you can get, like, there's so many benefits to not using alcohol, and there's so many, what's the word, disadvantages to consuming it. And you're looking at a young man. I'm getting older. I'll be 34 in like 10 days, y'all. And I know that some people are like that's yes, okay, it is what it is, and I don't want to compare myself to others, but I didn't think that I thought I'd be a lot further in life at this point at 33, but at the same time, I have a lot of knowledge that if I will apply it, to know and not to do was not to know, I'd be doing all right, okay? And so day two, what was it like? What was it like, Rome? A lot of tossing and turning, like, and I hate when I can't sleep through the night, and a lot of auditory hallucinations. Still, I can't stand that. You know what I mean? I remember the first time that happened to me. It happened to me like hard. Like the first time I had DTs. That's what they are, if you ask me. Some people believe in them, some people don't. Um, that's what that loud Lalcatu, there's a picture of this guy that's going through delirium tremens, and he's like, and his son is looking at him like, Dad, are you okay? But the mom's holding the daughter, and the mom knows exactly what's going on, and she's just looking like, this is my husband, huh? You can't get off that alcohol, huh? And so what he was going through was delirium tremens, and it's a trip out, and I've had those. I don't I was going through hard times then, and I guess I might have been drinking real heavy. But I remember I was at my aunt's house, and I instantly grabbed my iPad or my phone or laptop, and I Googled um, massive alcohol withdrawals. Like I'm trying to like figure this out. Like it was weird. So anyway, last night, let's stay on point, Rome. And last night it was light. And when you know what it is, I'm like, Jerome, how have you gotten this far down the freaking alcohol hole? Well, it's been 15 years, you know what I mean? I started abusing, and that's abusing, okay? It was really like 17 years, but in 2009, when I left home, I started abusing, and that's what makes alcohol so dangerous for all my normal drinkers out there who can't relate to me. Not to mock you, but it's a serious deal. I used to only drink alcohol on Friday nights and Saturday nights with friends, and outside of that, it was irrelevant to me. Okay, fast forward 10 years later, I'm drinking every day. Now, the golf course had a lot to do with that, so I have to give myself grace. Drinking on the job was like, it was almost mandatory. Almost. Okay? Um, so I'm glad I got away from that. So outside of that, I woke up and I'm like, dude, You don't have to have a desktop to knock your taxes out. Grab your freaking phone or grab your iPad, go on TurboTax because that's what you've always used whenever you've done taxes, and knock it out. And I did, right? So look, within just 2 days, and it wasn't even 2 days. It was a day and a half, right? I'm trust me. I still mentally was a little sluggish, and physically, I got out of the bed and my legs felt really sore because they're dehydrated. And ladies, I'm tired of being dehydrated. It sucks. You know what I mean? Your body's 80% water and you dehydrating it, abusing your organs. Your digestive system can't communicate with your brain. It sucks. I've been doing this a long time, but it's really since I've been 30 that things started to change for me. You know what I mean? It was like, hold on, this drinking thing ain't the same. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Some things I wasn't noticing, like sometimes when I sweat, when I'm detoxing, right? It's like a weird stench in the sweat, and I'm like, oh, maybe I don't know. It's just the alcohol, right? That's my name. It's just the alcohol. It's just the poison, brother. You're giving it too much credit, and that. But I don't know. I was in another space. But where am I going with this? Woke up, knocked out the taxes. I'm like, okay, boom, that felt good. I'm gonna go get. I want to go get a job at Planet Fitness. For me right now, this isn't about money. I've made tons of money, and at the end of the month, I was broke. I made these. I know a lot of this may sound repetitious because I really don't have a script yet. Over time, I'll get better. But I was just listening to a big time speaker. You know what I mean? Myron Golden. I don't care to name drop. Amazing guy, 61 years old, black guy from Tampa, Florida, makes tens of millions of dollars a year, and he was just talking about deciding versus choosing, and I was like, oh my gosh. Annie Grace was talking about that today, right? And in terms of with alcohol, and some people are early in this journey. I wanted to stop drinking in 2015, so I started in '09. I started abusing in '09. In 15, I got into some trouble, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I want to stop. And from 15 until now is when it actually happened. Like, I know it might sound crazy because I got a ton of videos showing me over the last 3 4 months. Like, yeah, I'm done. This is the last one. It's Christmas Eve. It's New Year's Eve. And then from New Year's Eve, I didn't drink all the way to February 6th, and then wham, right, we went on a bender. You know, it's just like it's a dangerous game that I don't want to play anymore. I'd rather have a stable life. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. I'm a handsome young man. I can, you know what I mean? Like, take care of myself, give me some money. I like nice things, nice vacations. You gonna throw all that away for a bottle? Boy, you better go and drink you some water with some lemon juice in it and stop killing yourself. But I was doing a lot of soul searching today. I'm ranting a little bit today, y'all, but it's getting late, and I'm like, go make a video. Because you said that's what you're gonna do, so do it. Because and that's another thing, y'all. I kind of digress. When we keep saying to ourselves we're gonna do things, even small things like whatever small is to you, you said you was gonna do, you don't do it. You kind of you starting to have to believe yourself. Like, you got a spouse who keeps saying they gonna do this and they gonna do that and they gonna do that, or a parent who do that, and then they be like, okay, we're gonna go out tonight, and you. So we gotta start making decisions and keeping them. But today was good. My number one decision, I did not drink. Hey, if I ain't have to hold the pad, I would. Oh, you know what? You can snap. Yeah. We didn't drink. I right by where I want to get this job. There's this huge. So I live in a town called Pullman in Chicago. It's where George Pullman built his town way back in the '80s. It's pretty historic, whatever. And you got Roseland right across the tracks. I mean, Pullman is pretty much Roseland to me, but if you want to look at the neighborhoods, whatever. And they built this huge little complex thing. And anyway, there's a Walmart there, and in that Walmart there's a barbershop because I don't see barbershop. I know there's one somewhere, but I'm like, oh, right, Walmart, that's convenient. I go to Walmart all the time. So I go in there, and there's 6 barbers cutting, and I don't know none of them for a can of paint. I don't have no references. I haven't looked at any reviews. I just said, please let me get a good one. And the guy that I got was dope. He was dope, man. He was. I'm sorry for moving this camera so much, y'all. I gotta get into something. But anyway, listen. You gonna see how I get better with this. Um, he requested things like sometimes barbers like I'm thinning a little bit up here. You know what I mean? I'm getting older. I'll probably be bald in a few years. I don't care about being bald. Some guys they have a big old bald spot right here. Not me. Whack it off. Give me a zero. And what they'll do is they'll put this spray on there, right? And then they line up the spray, and it'll look nice. But when you go home and wash it off, I mean, it's gone. It don't stay. So maybe if you had an event, it's a good idea. But otherwise, I'm like, no, bro, just do it natural. And I guess he could tell based off all the other things that I was doing that he's like, you probably want. He said, you don't want that spray, do you? I said, no, I'm good, bro. And I said, I just want that crispy line, and like it was '09, man, before the spray or whatever, or before everybody was using it. And he was like, man, he did. I looked at it on. Bro, I'm requesting you, man. So I'm happy. I found a barber. That's a big deal, where I live now. Found a barber, and then I went down to the Planet Fitness, and I went inside. I asked to use the restroom. I had to use it, and then I came out and I was like, "Hey, can I bother you again? Is the hiring manager here?" She's like, "No, she'll be here Monday between 10 and 3 or something like that. I'm gonna be there at 10:30, so whatever time she out, I don't care." And I was like, "Y'all hiring, right?" Oh, she's like, "Yeah. Like we need people." So for me, y'all, this is what I'm gonna do. Work on my sobriety. You know, today Annie was talking about what are cravings really? Are they physical? Are they emotional? I mean, I wasn't really diving in maybe like I should because I know what the cravings are. It's just for me, once you start, I feel like you keep going because you don't wanna get it out your system. Now, if you're not a heavy user, you might not be able to understand, and it might be a little different for you. And we all will have different paths in this journey to freedom from alcohol. Because this is a powerful path. I went to AA trying to get my girlfriend back, and she was there, but she was still gone. It was anyway. Uh, but that path. It's kind of people for 20 years sober coming in like, oh man, if I have some alcohol, I'm gonna go right back to being an alcoholic. Well, why would you ever want to have some alcohol? Right? That means you're just you using willpower for 20 years. Wow, that's a long time to be using willpower. But with this methodology, you're really gonna realize that you're doing yourself a justice by not drinking this. You're doing great by not drinking this. You are not diseased and powerless, etc., etc. So we have another victory today, you all. I'm doing this thing. I am behind a lot. I told you that I'm in the February class, and I started drinking again in February, right? February 6th. So you know what that meant. Everything went out the window. And I was so amazed at how far I've made it in life with alcohol being so strong. I mean, it's really a miracle that I'm not dead or in jail. You hear me? And I'd rather die than go to jail. So I'll probably, yeah. But we not going to go all that. But come on. Death, jail, that's like a slow death. It's like alcohol. It's a slow death. I lost my father to a hardcore suicide. I lost Robin Williams to a hardcore suicide. I was just doing a slow suicide. It's amazing I'm still here. And that's why this means so much to me. Because at the end of the day, my family's Haitian. They have a lot of multi-generational pain. Myron Golden was just saying something today, and I was saying it to myself. It's so funny how the world and the universe works, God. Because I was just having a conversation like, come on, bro, your mom went through a lot, and, we got to look for more positive in things, and that's why it's so important to remove alcohol, because I know I can do it. It's been years since I left home. My mom's in her 50s now. You gonna be mad at a lady in her 50s? Come on, dude. But that alcohol depressant kind of holds you back. It makes you look at the negative. Like, I remember this, right? Me and my ex broke up. And this was like, once it was kind of like official, like, she's gone, dude. When I was sober, I was moving on. I wasn't really like, harping on what it was. Then I boom, go on a bender, and I'm thinking about her. I'm trying to creep on her social media, and man, listen, I'm also doing my little thing with healing with childhood trauma, for myself and others. That means a lot to me as well, Um, to be in your 30s, 40s, and 50s plus, holding on to something that happened to you at 10, 20. We not doing life, y'all. We playing. We not doing life because life gonna throw some punches, and sometimes it's gonna catch you. I mean, you could duck, you could slip and all that, but sometimes you gonna bow, get caught. You know what I mean? And how you gonna recover? You know what I'm saying? You gonna stay on the ground for 40 years? Oh no, you know. And I already took a big L with this whole alcohol and my mom, man. You know, and so today was a good day. We had a victory. I encourage you, I was thinking more about my demographic in terms of like who am I really helping here, right? Because there's a lot of people, looking for delivery from alcohol. And I was like, anybody. I was like, not anybody. Give me some, go in a little bit. I said, I think I definitely want to cater to people who use alcohol to self-medicate from traumas, right? Which would, Annie would say simply stress. A stressful event happens, and then boom, you're using alcohol. Because I'm not a therapist, I'm not a consultant, a psychologist, psychiatrist. I don't want to be. I'm just a coach. Somebody to help you get from point A to point B. And I don't do it for you. You do it for yourself. I just support you as you do it with minimal support. So I'm gonna work this job, and when I'm not working this job, because I'm gonna get it. I gotta get it. And if I don't get it, it must not meant to be. So I'm getting something though, because I want to just set it up where I do this part time. Learn how to create content, and it's not just going live and then uploading it. I don't care to edit. Mine's gonna be raw. If you don't like that about me, it is what it is. But I'm definitely gonna get better lighting. Get my computer here soon, my desk, so I won't have these stability issues. And but learning how to market the videos and really get the videos out, because right now I just publish them and nobody knows about them. They're not ranking on pages or anything. So learning that aspect of the business, and then learning there's a lot to internet marketing, man. You got to learn your email marketing software so you can communicate with your subscribers. You gotta, yeah, you know what I mean. So when I'm not at the gig, which will keep me stable, because I don't trust myself that well. I'm gonna use this to trust myself more. Because if I be like, no, I don't need a job, I might get bored, overwhelmed. You know what I mean? So wake up early, work on the business. Because if I work a PM shift, get to work on the business. That's when I keep my mind free. That was another tough thing about working at Denny's. Um, you know, by the time I got off work, I was clocked out. I was clocked out. But if I do my business first, I'm not gonna clock out at the fitness center, and everybody was cool working out machines and everything. So I'm excited, y'all. Despite, what's funny to me, right? I know I got fired from Denny's for drinking. That's my life story. I even my tooth. I lost my tooth, and there's some ones in the back that need fixing because I passed out a lot of times drunk. Okay, probably with a cheeseburger and some Twizzlers prior to me passing out. Okay, I made a lot of mistakes, and so I lost everything to alcohol. But it's funny how I found this new place. I moved out of South Shore. Boom, I come to Pullman on the second. Boom, go to work on the third, get fired. It was almost like, whoop, that gotta go. Whoop, that gotta go. Because they were talking about triggers a lot. Annie Grace was like, when she was talking about cravings, like it's maybe not even a craving, more so it's like a trigger. You passing a liquor store, or you passing, whatever it is. Obviously, that's all based around liquor. That's what Annie teaches, her whole system. But I'm like, yeah, I promise you, when I was working at Denny's, I would get off work, and there was literally, about point 0.8 miles away, there was a liquor store there, and then across the street was a Culver, and slowly but surely that became my habit. Stop at the liquor store, boom, go to Culver's, boom, come home. Or here, I love it. There's no liquor stores. There's a Walmart. I should be saying that, but it's all the way in the back of the store and it's locked up. Like, okay, fine. You know what I mean? And Walmart's Walmart. I don't like see a liquor store when I see Walmart. So it's like all of that got removed, and then boom, something new. you know. And yeah, like I said, I was kind of over that job anyway. I promise I wasn't making excuses. It's like, guests will give you a hard time, yeah, sure, but it was ran so poorly. Like, we didn't even run each other's food. So you're telling me that you're in the back making 6 milkshakes, and you got 2 plates up here, a super slam, 2 eggs, 2 bacon, 2 sausage, 2 pancakes, and they gonna let your stuff sit in the window? They just gonna yell your name? Jerome! Would you mind taking that to me, to that table? It says it on the ticket, but that wasn't their culture. Like, dude, you probably double your sales just by teaching your service how to run. But y'all know me being me. I started making people run. I wasn't making them run. I led the way. You know, when they was doing something and they came back, oh, where my food? Oh, Jerome took it. You know, then slowly but surely, it's like, yeah, that make more sense, don't it? Okay, duh. I'm not even a restaurant industry kind of guy. But the people, the managers, they're worn out. They've been at Denny's 20 years, you know, and when my manager's just, her mother passed away, you know what I mean? She's just like over it. She just come there to, as soon as she come in, she, one more hour, one more hour, one more hour. So I don't want to keep y'all. I love y'all, and I promise you that this thing gonna get better. You know what I mean? In terms of video quality, video delivery, because I just hit on and I talk, you know, and I share my day with you because we got another victory. 2 days. That's a big deal when you was drinking for 27 days straight. You know, I could be real hard on myself. My mama was so hard on me, and I unconsciously hard on myself. You know, like I said, I can make that house spotless. And I can't wait for my mama to come home. Yeah, she's gonna give me a high five, you know what I'm saying? Let's go get some ice cream or something. She checking, she looking, she making sure. Then she go in her room. I'm kind of standing at the door like, everything cool? Yeah, what, you want some validation? Damn, alright, okay. I swear I was scrubbing the hell out them floors open. You would have been happy. But boy, let her go to her kitchen and it's a little something on the fork. I missed the spot. Woo-wee! Oh yeah, you finna get crucified, boy. So overcoming that is a lot for me as well. Overcoming rejecting. I got rejected a lot from my mom. So I don't know. I think I put that lady on a pedestal or something, but I'm about to be 34, y'all. My mama gonna be like 53 or something this year. So and she in Jamaica with Jamaicans. So shit, I'm trying to be in Trinidad with some Trinidad and Tobagoans or something. You feel me? So I'm done being silly, y'all. But I'm about to jump in the shower. Oh, I got to see a buddy too. A buddy of mine. I was at the library. See, that ain't what this is about. But anyway, I got to see a buddy at the library. Well, I was at the library and a buddy texted me, "Hey, I saw you on there at Denny's." You know what I'm saying? I had met him at Denny's. You know what I mean? He was a real cool dude. We connected a little bit, older cat, and then but we hung out one time, and then it was like after that, you know how that be. So I wasn't tripping on it. Then he hit me up, like, "Man, I'm at Denny's, man. I'm getting my pie. You not here?" Dang. I said, "No, but when you leave that, you going home?" He said, "Yeah." So we ended up kicking it. We hit a trail. We just walked and talked. You know what I mean? He just kind of like, he retired, man, from the transit department. He be chilling, man, traveling. And, I like that kind of company, man, because my homies, man, woo, you bound to catch a case kicking it with them. What you on, for? Hold this gun. Hold on, bro. You wonder why I'm coming around, gang? We ain't 25 no more. They still in there telling mine, so I enjoy cats like him who will be like, let's go for a walk. I'm like, I was just thinking that, bro. We gonna go out tomorrow. We're gonna go out tomorrow and go to a trail, because the trail we went to, it was only a lake. We was like, why there ain't no trails here? So he's like, I know a real nice one at Homewood. We're gonna go to breakfast, go to Homewood, and then I got my new spot. He's like, is there anything you need? I'm like, I actually need to go grab some pots and pans. He was like, oh, we can definitely go do that too, because at my older apartment they already had like pots and pans stocked in the house. That this apartment don't quite have that. So hey, I love y'all. I love sharing this with y'all. I'll take it one day at a time, but I can't wait to look back on these videos, laughing like, boy, look at your tooth, boy. So that's That's it. I'ma sign out. Listen, if you know anybody who this content will resonate with, my channel will resonate with, make sure you get it over to them. All right, make sure you get it over to them because it's all love. You know what I mean? That's all. This is all love over here. Um, I've been down for a long time due to alcohol. La culture. Um, it kills you. Even though I didn't it didn't take me out. I'm walking around like a zombie, folks. I'm walking around. Knock, knock. Lights on. Nobody home. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. So I'm gonna get up with y'all. All right. Much love. Later.